Morning, people. I am on Whitemore. So he and I are old mates. Had him before, and I think my first ride, I think he was like, "Oh my God, she's back," because he was a little bit sort of wayward and a bit crooked, and I kicked him in the belly a few times and made him straighten up, and I think he just went, "Oh gosh, it's her again." But he knows what I'm all about, and it's really nice to have him back. He's had a very nice spell. He's in good condition. I'll have to be careful I don't get him too fat, because I tend to feed well and he tends to eat well, and between the two of us he can get away from me. But I will do my best to make sure that I monitor his weight this time. So you had a fantastic preparation with him last time. I thought he was very exciting. He was very unlucky quite a few times. Probably showed himself to be a pretty good horse, but took him a long time to win, and I suppose good horses break that that hoodoo pretty quick, and they win, and then they keep going a bit, don't they? Whereas he sort of struggled to put it together. But obviously, he is a quirky sort of natured horse. He certainly was last preparation. He's a completely different horse to ride this time, thank heavens. And I think because of that quirky nature, it took a while to work out what gear was going to work for him best. Blinkers, winkers, visor in the end. And that was from good riders sitting on him, giving good advice, and that's what it's all about. But he's definitely come back a much better horse to ride. He's not looking back and running away, so he's not on the steel charging away from me. He's not actually scared of me sitting on him anymore, which is what his big issue was, and that's why I recommended blinkers for him, was to shut the world out so that he could just concentrate on doing this job. But to his credit, he's grown up and he's matured, and that's just exposure and racing and time. That's time and maturity. So I like that about him. Look, I'm only going to give him a short ride. I have only actually ridden him probably 4 times since he's been here, because he came, then got shoes on and tied his head down on the walker and stuff. So he's only had a couple of rides, and my first ride he was a little bit wayward and a bit crooked and stuff like that, but nothing major. So I'm working on keeping his head and neck low. So I want to keep his neck out in front of me like he is right now, because he can tend to come up in your face a bit like a peacock. So I'm using my dressage techniques to teach him to stretch a bit long and low and go down in the hand, which he's doing nicely today. So he had a good ride yesterday. I was working on this, and it just goes to show how trainable he is, because he's much better today than he was yesterday. He's a good boy. His action's lovely, so I imagine he's still quite a sound horse, which is excellent, particularly for a horse that was so on the go. You would expect a little bit of wear and tear, but he appears to be in good shape to me, that's for sure. And I'm pretty fussy about that sort of stuff, so I'm happy with him. He's trotting out nicely here. This is actually my best ride so far that I've had on him this time in. He still looks and stuff. You've got to watch him with like the birds fly out and the rocks on the ground and stuff like that. You don't take him for granted, but he's a completely different horse. I remember trotting up here and him just pulling my butt off, to be honest with you, because he was just trying to run away from me all the time. So it's nice to have him chilled and relaxed, which, if he's still got the heart to try and stuff like that, you might have a really nice prep with him. He might even get out over the mile or further, because he's a lot more relaxed. Just my opinion, remember. No rights or wrongs. This is just my thoughts. Come on, Whitemore. He's a good boy. So I'm only just going to trot him up the road and then give him a canter back, so you get a short video, so you don't get to listen to me too much with my blah 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 blah. But I like to blah blah blah. I don't get to talk to many people. I don't see many people. Come on. I spend all day talking to horses and dancing with my dog. Like, seriously? Come on, he's a good boy. He's got lovely big ears. He's very attentive, very alert. He's a good boy. Come on. It's a beautiful day today, but it's been a long wet winter. But can't complain. The country needs the rain. Christina doesn't particularly want it, but the country needs it. It can make training them a little bit difficult. It's a bit hit and miss getting them to the track and stuff like that. But it's all right for these guys that are just doing their work up the road. But once the fast work starts, the rain can just sort of make it a bit shitty and a bit risky actually for them as well. So he's a good boy. He's a nice horse. I liked him last prep because you're sitting on a quality horse, but I didn't like him in the sense that he was so hard work. I do like a nice chilled horse. I mean, I've had my days of being 6 foot tall and bulletproof, and you like them because they're revvy and you can ride them and all that sort of stuff. I'm happy to go out and have a nice ride on a nice horse, and that's what he's doing. That's the feeling he's giving me this preparation, is that he is a nice horse. So his head's up and short right now. You can see his ears are a bit back and his head's up. Well, I'm now just feeling his mouth and encouraging him. So I'm right flexing him, left flexing him, so I make his eye come to the left, make his eye come to the right, and eventually what I'm trying to do is encourage him to stretch his neck down, which he's thinking about doing now. You'll see him drop his head in a minute. There you go. See how he's just dropped down? That's it. And that's what I'm encouraging him to do, to stretch his body out. We don't want him working up in the air, we want him working out, reaching for that winning post, don't we, Whitemore? That's it, good boy. There's an old saying, head up, brain falls out. That's exactly what happens when they get their heads up. Good boy. So it's just a technique I've learnt over the years with my dressage and equestrian background, that you create tunnels that they stretch down into. Do you want to have a little canter, do you? Come on then. Canter. Good boy. So his head's up. I'm just going to work on stretching him. Same thing, make him look left. I'll make him look right. Good boy. Till he stretches out. That's nice. Geez, he's got a nice canter. I like this horse. Good boy. And I'm liking him even more because he's got a brain. Good boy. Well done, Robbie and the team. Getting that head sorted. He's a good boy. Very floaty, soft, very nice. A little bit lower in the front would be nice, but look, you know, I've only had a few rides, like I said, so I've got a bit of work to get him to stretch. We'll get there. Good boy. Good boy. That's a nice little ride. I know it's not very far, but I haven't had a lot of rides on him, and the worst thing you can do is muscle sore a horse, particularly a filly. The boys aren't quite so sensitive to muscle soreness as the fillies, but there's no point going out there and doing a heap of work and making them sore, because then they hate you, and a horse that hates you is not very good to be around. It's a bit like a wife that hates you. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. So guys, that's him. I'm very, very, very happy with that ride, and I'm very, very happy to have him back, and he's going to be a lot easier for me, so woohoo! And I wish you all the luck, and I'll keep you posted. I'll try and get some track work for you too. Just walking kid. He's a good boy. I'll put him in the sun and see if I can get a bit of his body for you. It's always very hard for me with the camera because I never quite know what I'm pointing it at. Hey, he's a good boy. So I'll hang out the side. See, there he is. That's good. He's dirty. Sorry about the mud. So that's him. He's got a lovely big eye. He's in good shape. He's healthy. He's shiny. He's in good condition. Hey, you're a beautiful boy. He's a good boy. Come on. So best of luck, and I'll be speaking to you again. Thanks guys, bye.